All right, let's get into some mail, shall we? Frater Xavier, you read my mind. I wanted to purchase thought forms and servitors, but I had a feeling there would be a discount soon on it. The synchronicity is insane. I wanted the manifesting reality video a month or so back, and I thought, Frater said to use magic to get what you want, so I manifested a discount, and it worked. You've honestly changed my life, sir. I've been meaning to write you and express my sincere gratitude for all the life-saving knowledge you have benevolently bestowed upon your YouTube channel. Your Mystery School series turned my life around completely. I went from dead broke and miserable, suffering from mental issues from the Marine Corps and deployment. By synchronicity, I followed your advice and wisdom, and I manifested 4,500 hours with Honey Jar within 30 days, manifested a lifetime income, manifested a small treasure of silver, a new pickup truck, a townhouse in the city of my dreams in beautiful Charleston, South Carolina, with no money down at all. Got to see my daughter after 14 months not being able to see her. A new kayak, an offer to eventually take over a business taking in $500,000 a year. Quit smoking cigarettes completely. Have kept my house immaculate and my bed made every single day despite being a total slob before. All in 6 months. Unfreaking believable. I'm about to send you a thank you gift on Patreon. All of your programs I have purchased so far are worth every penny. I now live in a constant loop of synchronicities and have taken control of my reality. Thank you. I really mean it. Thank you. P.S. I bought nearly all the books you've recommended on your channel and it's a game changer. And thank you. I appreciate the kind words. That's some high praise, but you did all the work. I just merely pointed the way. And that's quite a lot of work because 6 months isn't really that long. That's quite a lot of accomplishments in that short time. So excellent work. Keep it up. And thanks so much for sharing. By contrast, we go from high praise to this comment. Frater is a lying sack of poo. He's a total shill helping to spread fear and tyrannical government control. If you want the real facts, check out the link below. So if you wanted a good example of what gets you banned on this channel, this is it. And it's because they don't know what they're talking about. Anyone who's followed me for any length of time should know, or at least have an idea, that I am quite libertarian. The last thing that I would ever want is tyrannical government control. Why? Because government can't do anything right. Everything they touch turns to crap. All they're good for is making things more expensive, making it more difficult to get things done with bureaucracy, regulations, and red tape, and then overtaxing you for the privilege. Saying that I'm a shill, helping to spread fear, when I literally have a video on this channel entitled Overcoming Fear. So this person's accusations are very poor. They're not very well thought out or researched at all. The only reason he did so was to push his link to whatever garbage he's selling. And it's thinly veiled at that. And so we won't be seeing any more of him. Hey Frater, just wanted to let you know that the spell was a success from the get-go. 2 to 3 days after I sent the original email, the curfew was reduced. So I could actually go out earlier when it was still dark out. Synchronicity? And while I was doing the spell, even before the 7 days finished, I found out one of my credit cards that I don't use anymore had loyalty points that I was unaware about, which I could change into cash. Also, a credit association in my hometown called to inform me that I had a savings account with some cash in there sitting for the past 10 years that I was also unaware about. Apparently, it grew with compound interest or something. After I finished it, my girlfriend, who lives with me and helped me with the spell, started earning more with her freelance English teaching practice. Suddenly, she had so many clients reserving her that she had to cancel some of them to be able to do the rest. That extra money helped with some house expenses. These results look very promising. I'm almost ready to start my side freelance, and this makes me feel like it's likely to be a success too. Thank you very much for your guidance. And you are most welcome. And I'm happy to hear that you're already having great success. Now, the spell he's talking about is the egg ritual from the Secrets of Wealth program. I appreciate the testimonial. I love hearing success stories. Thank you for sharing. Dear Frater X, how have you been? I have been well. Busy, but well. I hope you can help me with the magic I am trying to perform. I would like to enhance a ring of mine either to make me more confident or to make me irresistible to the opposite sex. I know it's a little bit weird, but I was hoping if you could tell me if such magic is possible and how to do it. It's not weird at all. And yes, it is possible. What you're asking for would be considered a talisman and not an amulet. Amulets are used more for protection and to ward off evil, that kind of thing. And talismans are used to draw things to you or help enhance you. As for how to do it, you simply charge the object. It's more or less programming it. And there's a few ways of going about it, but they all require invoking either spirits, intelligences, or energies in some fashion. You can get a spirit to charge the ring for you. You could create a servitor, as I cover in the Thought Forms and Servitors program, and program it to do what you're asking and have it live in the ring, like the ring is its home. And when you put it on and wear it, it becomes active. And when you don't, it's at rest. Or you could use the 7 planetary powers to charge the ring by invoking the planetary energy and directing it into the ring with your intention. And of course, you're going to want to have an entire operation whichever way you go. In your particular case, I would probably program it on the day of Venus in the hour of Mars, which would be Friday in the hour of Mars. And I go into all the planetary hours in the 7 planetary powers program. Okay, so those are the common ways that one would go about making a talisman. So while I was recording this, I had a tweet pop up from Liam Thomas Christopher that I actually thought was kind of funny. He says, "Why do you listen to rich people? Are they models for happiness? Gluttony with no off switch? Is that what you aspire to?" Now this has many parts, so I have to answer each in turn. Why do you listen to rich people? Because I happen to. You listen to rich people if you want to learn to get rich. It's the same if you want to learn magic, you listen to a magician. Somebody who's actually doing the thing that you want to do. This is how teaching and learning works. So you listen to rich people to learn how to get rich, to do what they do. That's the only reason. Are they models for happiness? Some are, not all. And I've said it before, and you'll hear me say it again pretty soon, that the things that people get into the occult for, like sex, money, power, will not make you happy once you get it. And I believe this is Liam Thomas Christopher's point, is that money isn't going to make you happy. It will make things easier for you. Not having to worry about money will relieve a tremendous amount of stress in your life. Not wondering how you're going to have to pay for something. It's a tremendous burden lifted, but it won't make you happy. Nothing will, other than being on your path and your purpose. And we will be getting more into that next week. He says gluttony with no off switch. Now, I don't know if he's trying to equate rich with being greedy. And this is something that a lot of people do, but I don't subscribe to that because a lot of people aren't greedy. They're simply providing a much valued service. Are some rich people greedy? Sure, but not all. Most people who are rich just simply think and do things in a different way than normal people, which I cover in my programs. Is that what you aspire to? Gluttony? No. Happiness and riches? Sure. I don't see why that's a bad thing. In my opinion, that's a natural byproduct of being on your path and your purpose. Not always the riches, but certainly the happiness. And the two aren't mutually exclusive. Who said that if you're going to be rich, you can't be happy? Or if you're going to be happy, you can't have any money? There's a lot of people who are both rich and happy because they're on their purpose. They're doing what they're meant to do. Anyway, I thought I would share my thoughts on this tweet because we're going to be getting into a lot more of this next week, along with a big announcement. Remember, we have some new masks over at the Mind and Magic Teespring store. I know many of you don't like wearing them, but a lot of stores are requiring them. So if you have to wear one, it may as well be a Mind and Magic one. Plenty of designs to choose from with more on the way. And that will about do it for this edition of the Mailbag. Thank you all for listening and for your love and support. Join me at all the usual places, Twitter, Facebook, BitChute, and for early access over at Patreon and Subscribestar. This is Frater Xavier, and I'll see you soon. Take care.